Put a finger down if you were saving yourself for marriage, but going into your 27th year, you met somebody on Facebook and y'all hit it off so well. And within that week, he professed his love to you. You thought he was your soulmate too, so you said you loved him back. Now y'all decided to be in a long distance relationship because he lived across country from you. And within that month, he couldn't wait any longer. He needed to see you. So you guys decided the visitation. And you thought he can come down and stay with you for a few weeks. Now, this was different for you because you never had anybody like live with you, let alone a man stay that long with you or stay a night with you. So this was really different. And so he came and you still hit it off and whatnot. And he was just so like convincing and saying that he was going to marry you and you were the one for him. And you decided, hey, he's about to be my husband, so why not, give myself to him. So you gave your virginity to him, and by the ending of the trip, you guys decided the next visitation you were going to come down to see him in a few weeks. So a few weeks were coming, and maybe a few days before your trip, he wanted to break up with you. And you were so devastated and all of that, you still decided to go down there because you wanted to save your relationship like Sheila was going up that mountain to save her marriage. So that's what you were doing. So you went down there. As soon as he seen you, he wanted to get back with you. He was saying that he was so sorry to you, and y'all back together. So that was in the trip. Y'all decided to become intimate again, and he gave you BV. Now this was the first time this ever happened because it's the only person you ever been with. You didn't even know at the time what it was, as well as him wanting to be rough with you, knowing that you were still fresh because y'all wasn't intimate as much. And it was almost a month after, before after the first initial thing. So you pushed him off and you realized that you were bleeding so much. He put you in a tub and was trying to calculate to see how long he'd been gone and all of that. And he walked off on you and left you in a hotel in that whole state, bleeding and all of that. And so when he came back, he accused you of cheating and was asking who all you been with, and you were so confused because he was the only person that you ever been with. And you also was offended because you let him be the one to take your virginity when you probably should have gave it to somebody else. But he also end up going into a mental state saying like, why did you want to be with me, and crying and stuff because you have so many options. And you still was in that season of like trying to prove your love and prove yourself to somebody, that you were just telling him that you wanted to be with him and only him and comforting him. And so that was that night. And then by the end of the trip, he sent you off saying, hey, tell your mom to call so they can talk and, things can be worked out. But when you left and went back home, the calls went a few and short. And text messages was really brief too. And then the last conversation that you really had, he's saying that he's grateful for you and thank you for being patient with him and all of that. And he wanted to really talk to you because he missed you. And so he asked, could y'all have a conversation that night? And so you waited for him. And then the next day, because you didn't hear from him, you called him back and you realized that you were blocked. And months you were trying to reach out because you were so confused and stuff, like figuring out what happened and why he refused to talk to you. And then from his relative, you find out that he was dating somebody else, and it was the time frame that they met was the time that you guys were together. And then you end up emailing him, and then he finally emailed you back, and the conversations over maybe months was choppy and stuff. Like he'd email you, or he'd send you like a sermon to listen to, but then immediately block your number again if it was a text message. And then wouldn't really give you a definite or a precise answer talking to you was just a lot of confusion. And then on your birthday, call from an unknown number saying happy birthday. That's all he wanted to say and hang up on you. And then you realize that the girl that he was with while he was with you is pregnant now. And by his birthday, he sent you an email talking about how he is so sorry and all of that. And he wanted to be friends and stuff. And then nothing else. And then maybe after his birthday, you find out that he was married. He ended up getting married to the girl. And you found him on social media preaching and professing the gospel.